Electrolytes are essential superminerals for the human body. It's important to you. Hello everyone, I'm Neo Classmate. Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever encountered this situation? Obviously drinking a lot of water every day, but often feel dizzy and flustered, black eyes when standing, or it is easy to cramp at night and cannot sleep well. It's hard to concentrate during the day. A lot of people think it's just being old and tired, or have been stressed recently. But have you ever considered these seemingly everyday ailments? Is that possible? It's about a nutrient that we've long overlooked. It's not a vitamin. It's not protein. It's the electrolyte. What is the first electrolyte? Why is it as important as electricity? The word electrolyte. Many people's first reaction is to drink sports drinks or hydrating pills, but in fact, it refers to a class of charged minerals. Participates in the transmission of every electrical signal in the body. Sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, these are the most common electrolytes. They don't produce energy. It is the circuit and voltage of energy transmission. For example, the heart beats by the synergistic flow of calcium and potassium. Nerve signal by the regulation of sodium switches on the cell membrane. Muscle contraction relies on the intervention of magnesium. Otherwise, you'll just keep cramping. Can't relax. As if the body were a city. That electrolyte is the city's power supply. You can have no TV and no refrigerator, but no power outage. Second, are modern people really short of electrolytes? The answer may be more general than you think. According to modern eating habits, maybe we're deficient in potassium, magnesium, or sodium. What's more troublesome is, we consume a lot of water. It's not electrolyte-rich water. It was empty water. Even diuretics, coffee, tea, beer, cola. This creates an invisible electrolyte drain. Your body seems to be full of water. But actually, minerals keep running out. Reflection guidance. Is it possible that you drink a lot? I still feel dehydrated. The problem is not the water and the contents in the water. It's like you're carrying a bucket that looks full, but there's a little hole in the bottom. It keeps leaking. Third, what are the effects of invisible dehydration? Let's see. Electrolyte deficiency is the most common bodily signal. Sodium deficiency, fatigue, blood pressure instability, dizziness, standing vertigo, rapid heartbeat. Severe sodium deficiency may affect nerve function, causing confusion and even convulsions. But also pay attention. If you consume too much sodium, not enough potassium and water balance. On the contrary, it may cause problems such as edema and hypertension. Potassium deficiency, mood swings, arrhythmia, constipation, muscle weakness. Even in cases of extreme deficiency, trigger cardiac arrest. Potassium needs to be ingested in batches. Avoid high doses on an empty stomach to prevent irritation of the gastrointestinal tract. Magnesium deficiency, sleep disorders, anxiety, irritability, cramps, slower bowel movements. Some people may experience heart palpitations or metabolic abnormalities. But too much magnesium, especially magnesium oxide, it can also cause diarrhea or low blood pressure. These performances, is it something you or someone close to you are experiencing? If we don't test, it's hard to think it has anything to do with minerals. But when you systematically replenish these minerals, many people were surprised to find. Sleep well. The intestines are smooth. Heartbeat is not so flustered. It's like an electrolyte deficiency. It's like you're always charging your phone, but the charging port is in poor contact. The electricity is never fully charged. Fourth, why are people with low-carbon ketogenic pure meat more likely to lose power? Many people are turning to ketogenic or pure meat. It is to control sugar, reduce fat, and repair metabolism. They may feel it at first. Significant energy boost. The brain becomes clearer. The weight loss is also smooth. But is it possible that after a while, the state is slowly getting worse? Start to feel dizzy, palpitations, light sleep, mood swings. Some people even feel that the more they eat, the more tired they become. Does this mean that there is a problem with the ketogenic diet? Not necessarily. A reasonable explanation is continuous loss of electrolytes is quietly undermining your stability. After entering homomorphism, due to the decrease in insulin levels, the kidneys have a poor ability to reabsorb sodium, causes a large amount of sodium and water to be expelled. Potassium and magnesium are also often lost, create an invisible state of dehydration. This state doesn't happen immediately. It's a slow build-up of imbalances. If at this stage, not realizing the importance of electrolytes, there's no systematic supplementation. The body is like in a state of insufficient electricity. Forced operation. Over time, various compensatory reactions may occur. It's almost like the ketogenic diet is high-performance mode. The electrolyte is the coolant. If the fluid level is not enough, the system is prone to overheating strikes. Fifth, how to scientifically replenish electrolytes. Don't go to extremes. We also need a special reminder. Adhering to a low-carbon diet, or for people on a pure meat diet, electrolyte supplementation must never be replenished at the thought of it. Drink when you are tired. Electrolyte homeostasis in cells. It's like a city's power grid. It can't be restored immediately after plugging it in. We need to slowly rebuild the circuitry and restore control. Rebuild the body, the regulatory mechanisms for these minerals. In other words, it's not about fishing for 3 days and drying nets for 2 days. It's a process that requires continuous investment. It's as if you were building an old house. Can't mend a wall today. 3 days off work tomorrow. What the body needs is stability, safety, and continuous support. The electrolyte happens to be the invisible one. It's a critical underlying structure. And here's what we came up with. Adult daily. Reference value before supplement. A key principle must be clarified. The 3 electrolytes of sodium, potassium, and magnesium should be supplemented synergistically, rather than ingesting alone. They work very closely together inside the body. Sodium helps maintain blood volume and nerve conduction. Potassium regulates intracellular voltage and muscle function. Magnesium is like a dispatcher, regulates sodium, the activity of potassium pumps, and the stability of neural signals. If you only supplement sodium and lack potassium, edema or voltage imbalance may occur. Only potassium supplementation and magnesium deficiency. Potassium is difficult to maintain within cells. Magnesium supplementation alone without sodium and potassium support. The overall adjustment ability is insufficient. So the ideal complement would be all 3. Fractionated mild supplementation. International recommended standard sodium 2,500 to 3,500 milligrams. Recommended sea salt powder salt. Potassium greater than or equal to 4,700 milligrams. It can be supplemented by potassium citrate of pork, liver, beef, etc. Magnesium 400 to 600 milligrams. Magnesium citrate magnesium glycine is easier to absorb. High carbohydrate and refined diet. Not only potassium deficiency, but magnesium deficiency. Not even sodium is enough for everyone. Is there a possibility? You think you're eating normally, but actually, electrolyte levels are not even touching the minimum standard. This is also why many people eat enough, but never had the energy. About the supplementary method, we will not give you any advice. We still ask you to find a professionally licensed doctor. How to supplement the consultation. I will only give you popular science. Electrolytes may be a non-negligible mineral. Let you understand the importance of electrolytes. Sixth, what are the signs that we know we are deficient in electrolytes? Standing dizziness, leg cramps at night, emotional instability, poor sleep quality, urine color, light dry mouth, feels more tired after drinking water. These performances, it is not necessarily the only cause of electrolyte deficiency, but they may be a mirror. It reveals a subtle mineral imbalance in your body. The best way to test is a blood sodium, blood potassium hematase test, heart rate variability monitoring, HIV sleep quality, and muscle recovery. Section 7. Stop looking only at the amount of water you drink. Start paying attention to the nutrients in the water. A lot of people think I drink 2 liters of water a day. Definitely not dehydrated. But in fact, if there are no minerals in the water, after it enters the body, soon it will take away more electrolytes. Purified water plus a high sodium diet plus high caffeine intake is a common trifecta of modern diets. Instead of asking me if I had had enough, why don't you ask me if I drink useful water or empty water that takes minerals away? It's like drinking pure water without replenishing electrolytes. It's like putting gas in a car, but forgot to add oil. The engine still burns. Section 8. Summary of electrolytes. Nutrients not just for athletes. Proteins, fats, vitamins. We're all concerned about that. But what about electrolytes? This background program hidden behind body signals. It is often the key factor that determines the quality of the state. It doesn't produce energy, but let the energy flow normally. It doesn't build structures, but keep every structure running. It's like an electrolyte is like a light grid. It doesn't light up because the light bulb is good. It's because the circuitry is open. All right, today's health promotion is over. After reading these, must have learned more about electrolytes.